back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. If this is your first time here, welcome everybody. Today, just wanted to just kind of briefly talk to you guys because yesterday, after I was recording, I actually did some sourcing. So I actually I wouldn't say wasted, I'm sorry. I took about half the day because I met up with one of my, I guess you can say vendors or a guy, I actually get my card lots from inventory wise. And I thought it was going to be a quick 30 minutes, but this is the thing about sports cards. If you go take a look at a lot, you'll know that it could take anywhere from 5-10 minutes to an hour, 2 hours, kind of going through all the cards to see what the value is of that. So let's just start right now. So how I source is many different ways. If you guys have been following that, I relocated from Iowa to Denver. So I actually have some people that I actually have purchased, big lots from in Iowa. And I still do that. I stay in touch with them. I had a great rapport with a lot of card dealers and just card guys in general in the central Iowa region. So I still purchase some cards from them because they do definitely give me some great deals. So this is one thing about sourcing. Worst case scenario, they say no. If you know you're within a budget, or if you know the value of these cards and you want to, try and stay within a certain comps, shoot your shot. It doesn't hurt. Like I said, the only thing they can do is say no. If they feel offended, so this is the thing. If this goes, even if you're not doing a shop or if you're just negotiating at the shows, if it's the first time, a lot of kids, even some adults, get a little nervous if that's not the thing, and they kind of just buy the stuff. It's okay to throw a number out. Just let them know, hey, I don't want to offend you if you think it's too low. So let's say sticker price is $100, and in your eyes you can only afford $20 or even $50. Yeah, you're lowballing them. So you can tell them, look, I can't give you what you're looking for. You can either move on, or they may even say, you know what, just throw an offer. Just what is your number? Let's just say you throw out $20. They may come back at $60, $70, and then you might meet at $50 or something like that. It's one of those things where I highly recommend just kind of throwing some numbers out and just kind of build that rapport with them. That's what my recommendation. So I still have a good relationship with those, I guess you say, sources out in the Iowa region. I still purchase from them. I go back and forth. I pick them up from them. I also source now. The cool thing is that I've met a few people here in the Denver area who has some great lots, and they're able to get some really good lots and give me a great deal. Just like yesterday, I'll talk about that in a second. Those are two things. Is one of those. I go to shows and meet these people. So that was one way I started networking in that sense. And then Facebook, Craigslist is kind of old school. You might be able to reach some people on Craigslist, but Facebook, I highly recommend that still. And the reason being is because you'll see some people who are just selling even small lots, big lots, whatever cards. You can get in touch with them. It's a good way to kind of network and just kind of see what they have. And then right now, I probably have about, because right now my eBay listings, I'm about 15,000 now, so I was able to increase it. But right now I still have approximately about 30 to 40,000 cards. I need to go through just to see what I'm going to list, what I'm going to do in bulk, things like that. So those are things when I'm sourcing, just kind of give you guys a heads up. That's what's going on in my mind. I'm looking at the cards. I don't go super high end. Number one, I can't afford that. If you guys know me by now, it's not that I'm cheap. I just can't risk that with my family. I'm trying to do this for a living, so it's more about numbers than one card that's a big number. So I try to stay within, the mid to low range of singles, slabs, things like that. I don't go too crazy because, like I just said, I can't risk buying $1,000 card hoping. That's the thing, $1,000 card hoping that I could sell it for $1,200. Because remember, a card's only worth what somebody's willing to pay. So I didn't want to be stuck at $1,000 versus if I gave $1,000, I would have buy, let's just say low to mids, I can buy hundreds, thousands of cards, right? And I can still move inventory. I can still move it on eBay. There's going to be people who are going to buy $2-3 cards if I put that $1,000 into a lot. versus, and then I can reinvest that money. So let's just say, this is my thoughts when I'm buying lots, is that let's say if I buy $1,000 worth of card lot, and let's just say it's just maybe 5,000 cards or 1,000 cards or whatever the case may be. Let's say it's 1,000 cards. So it's like $1 a card technically. Most of these cards value, I'm hoping they're anywhere between, $2 to $3. Some might be more, some might be less. But I wanted to average about $2 to $3. That's a 100% return, guys. So people have to keep in mind that when I buy a card, let's just say if I average the whole lot at $1 a card, and if I'm able to, try to sell these cards at two bucks each, if I only sell half the lot, I already break even. Okay, so anything else after that is gravy. Some of those cards might be worth $5. So that's one of those things where that's what I'm looking for. And then on top of that, the thing is, let's just say I sell 200-300 of those cards. That means I can take 200-300 of those cards, revenue, buy another lot, while the other lot, the 700-800 cards is still on listing and still selling. So I can still reinvest the revenue, and that's how I'm looking at it. And then as long as I'm pricing things a little bit above to what I am purchasing it for. Like I said, if I'm purchasing it for $1,000 lot, I'm in my mind, I'm looking at all these cards. They should all average anywhere between $2 to $3 a card, minimum. Then other than that, it's just one of those things where hopefully you can just move stuff, and that's kind of where I'm at. It's just moving stuff. Sometimes you have to do sales, whether you're on eBay or whatever. Sometimes that definitely works on that. So Facebook is a good way. Facebook groups, I would definitely say, is another good way to source, to network, and card shows, guys. At the end of the day, I go to card shows, I get my best deals, I feel like, at card shows. And the reason being because you have the cards in hand. A lot of these sellers at these card shows, they're looking to move the stuff, guys. They're looking to sell the stuff. And I love the dollar boxes. I love the $2, the $3, the $4 boxes, and the $5 boxes, because I know those are where you have, I feel like, for my purpose, I have the greatest opportunity to have a better return, if that makes any sense. Like I just said, I still, don't get me wrong, I love looking at those high-end cards. If I could afford it, hell yeah, I'd go and buy it, of course, I still have a PC where I collect. And, the crazy thing is my PC is nothing extravagant. And the reason being is it's my personal collection. It's just something it's mine. It's what I like. It's a certain players I like or the teams I like. So it doesn't necessarily have to have a value of, $10,000 to me to make that, oh my God, that's a great PC. Your PC is whatever you like. If you love this hobby, I've collected for over 40 plus years. I started this with my dad. My dad got me into this, and the one card he got me into it, I don't know if you guys know this by now, but it was a Bruce Smith rookie cards. For all you youngins, he was a defensive end for the Buffalo Bills. My dad was a freaking fan of Bruce Smith and felt like his rookie card was going to be the card that was going to go to the moon. And because back then, in the 80s, my dad was like, he was a big Bruce Smith fan in the early 90s, and he just really felt that card was going to be the card that was, going to take it to the moon, and it's going to be it's great investment. I still have that card. I purchased that card, and I still have that card. I'm never going to get rid of it. And I think I have it in a PSA 8 or 9 or something like that. Nothing crazy, but you know what? That's a card I want to keep forever because it's a sentimental value to me. So that's just me personally in regards to that. But other than that, like I said, the sourcing wise, guys, it just depends on what your niche is. This is my niche. This is what I like to do. I want to stay within budget. I want to stay at a certain level of mids to lows, and I can't do the highs, and that's just me. Other content creators you can see is really cool. I love watching them. Exciting to watch some of those guys spending $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on these cards. It's super cool. Some of these stores, they carry all those, and you got to have that. I just can't afford that. It's simple as that. So, but it's cool to see. So that's why I watch those things, because I live vicariously through them on YouTube as they're purchasing these like $5,000 to $10,000 cards that I wish I could afford. But as I said, I'm trying to make this, I'm trying to put food on the table. And if I have to sell 100, 200, $4 cards, so be it, man. That would be great if I could do that. But anyways, that's it. That's my sourcing in a niche. But like I said, yesterday I spent like 2 or 3 hours because I went through. It was a crazy lot. I mean, I can kind of show you guys It wasn't anything crazy, like super expensive, but he had a lot of like old school. I don't know if you can see that, some Mickey Mantle stuff. Sorry with the cameras. Just some old school Mickey Mantle, Jeff Bagwell, just some Michael Jordan, baseball rookie cards. It was just super cool. It was about I think it was like $8,000 card lot, and I purchased it just so you know. I think it was like maybe $350 or something like that. It wasn't too bad. There was like 8,000 cards for 350 bucks. If I could freaking sell even 100 of those cards at $1, I already made some money. And that's how I looked at it. It just took me some time to kind of go through them all because I just wanted to make sure, because there were some that were damaged. And that's one thing too, when you're sourcing, a lot of these guys are just moving lots, just shuffling back and forth. You got to make sure some of them are protected. There was a couple cards that were protected, and I saw, and it got dinged, and is what it is. You're not going to put that up for sale. And if you do, you're not going to get what you're hoping to get for it. So there you guys go. Happy sourcing, happy going out there negotiating, guys. Even if you're not sourcing, even if you're just looking to buy cards, this is one of the best things I recommend to any kid looking to get into business. And sports cards is a great way, because negotiating, buying, selling, it's a great tool since when I was a kid to help you with your sales development. I feel like, I don't know, business outline. Is that the word? Yeah. So that's what I highly recommend you guys do. Get the kids into sports cards. I got my daughter into it. I want to talk about that later. She breaks and rips boxes with me, and she loves specific players. And I really want to talk about that because her players, she does. This is the thing, my daughter. If you give her a base Steph Curry, that's who she collects, or a base, even like a Caitlin Clark card, she goes berserk. Doesn't have to be the most expensive. It's just the player she loves, and it's a cool different inserts or cards or base or anything like that. She loves it, and that's what the whole idea of the hobby should be about. So there you guys go. Other than that, man, if you guys watched this far, appreciate it. Don't forget, check out the eBay store. I try to list cards daily. I got to double my work today because of yesterday's sourcing took too long, so now I gotta catch up. That's the way it goes. That's the way business works. So I'm going to catch up. I'm going to try to list as much as I can today. Other than that, man, if you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe. If you watched to this far and don't subscribe, thanks for spending the time. All right, till next time, guys.